Pythagoras didn't just discover math theorems. He ran a secret society that believed numbers are literally God, required 5 years of total silence from new members, and claimed he could remember all his past lives, including one where he was a beautiful courtesan. So let's talk about it. The Pythagorean school wasn't just a school, it was a mystery group operating in southern Italy around 500 BCE. You couldn't just show up and learn, you actually had to be initiated, and the initiation process was brutal. First, you were tested. Pythagoras would observe how you walked, how you laughed, and how you responded to insults. He was looking for temperament, self-control, and the capacity for discipline. Most applicants were rejected immediately. Now, if you passed, you entered the first stage, the listeners. For 5 years, you sat in silence. You listened to Pythagoras lecture from behind a curtain. You never saw him, you never spoke, you never asked questions, you just absorbed. The reasoning? Well, your opinions are worthless until you've emptied yourself of ignorance according to Pythagoras. Speech is ego, silence is receptivity, and you had to become a blank slate before they'd write on you. Now, after 5 years of silence, if you proved worthy, you became a learner. Now you could see Pythagoras, ask questions, and receive the inner teachings, and this is where it got pretty mystical. So Pythagoras taught that numbers are the fundamental reality of the universe. Not symbols for reality, but numbers are reality. Everything that exists is a number expressing itself in different forms. 1 is the monad, unity, God. 2 is the dyad, division, multiplicity. 3 is harmony, the synthesis of 1 and 2. And 4 is the foundation of the material world. Now the tetractys is a triangular arrangement of 10 dots forming 4 rows, which you just saw a few pictures ago and you'll see again. And he believed that this was sacred, that 1 dot at the top, 2 below it, 3 below that, and 4 at the base is a sacred shape. That 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10, and this had to mean something. The tetractys contains the fundamental patterns of creation, and Pythagoreans swore oaths on it like others swear on holy books. Now here's where physics and spirituality merge. Pythagoras discovered that musical harmony is mathematical. When you pluck a string, then pluck half that string, you get an octave, a perfect harmonic relationship. 1/3 gives you a fifth. 2/3 gives you a fourth, and that music isn't subjective beauty but mathematical ratios. Now this shattered his worldview. If sound follows mathematical law, and sound is vibration, and everything is vibration, then everything follows mathematical law. The universe is a cosmic symphony and mathematics is the score, and they called this the music of the spheres. The planets orbit at specific distances that correspond to musical intervals, and the entire cosmos is vibrating in harmonic ratios. We can't hear it because we've been immersed in it since birth, because it's the background hum of existence, but it is there and it is mathematical. Now, the Pythagoreans also believed in reincarnation and the transmigration of souls. Your soul is eternal and moves through multiple lifetimes, incarnating in different bodies, human and animal. Now Pythagoras claimed to remember his past lives in detail. He said that he'd been Euphorbus, a warrior in the Trojan War, and he could even identify the shield Euphorbus carried in a temple. And this is why they were strict vegetarians too. You might be eating your grandmother reincarnated as a cow. They also forbade eating beans, and the reason is disputed, but it was likely kept as an inner teaching reserved for advanced initiates. They all lived communally and property was shared. Friends hold all things in common was their motto. Women were admitted, which was extremely rare for ancient mystery schools. Theano, Pythagoras' wife, was a mathematician and a philosopher who may have led the school after his death. Now here's the crisis that nearly destroyed them. The Pythagoreans discovered irrational numbers and it caused a philosophical catastrophe. The square root of 2 can't be expressed as a ratio of whole numbers, and this broke their system. If reality is number and number is ratio, but some numbers can't be expressed as ratios, then reality has cracks in it. Reality is irrational. Now legend says Hippasus, the Pythagorean who proved irrational numbers exist, was drowned at sea by other members for revealing this secret. And whether this is true or not, it shows how seriously they took mathematical doctrine. Numbers weren't just tools, they were theology. Now the Pythagorean approach to mathematics was spiritual practice. Studying geometry wasn't about building better buildings, it was about perceiving the divine order underlying reality. Every theorem was a meditation, and every proof was a revelation. Now this is why every Western mystery school from the Golden Dawn to the Rosicrucians is obsessed with sacred geometry, musical harmony, and number symbolism. They're all descendants of Pythagoras. Now the idea that mathematics is sacred, that geometry reveals divine truth, and that the universe is constructed according to harmonic law, that is pure Pythagoreanism. Now, modern physics has proven Pythagoras more right than he ever could have imagined. Quantum mechanics is mathematical. String theory proposes the universe is literally made of vibrating strings. The music of the spheres was correct, just at a scale that we couldn't quite see yet. Now, physics is discovering that reality is mathematical patterns all the way down. So, yeah, Pythagoras wasn't just a mathematician. He was a mystic who built a mystery group around the idea that number is God. And 2,500 years later, we are still discovering how he was right. Now, if you want to learn more about ancient mystery schools and Western esotericism, make sure to like the video, let me know what you think about Pythagoras in the comments below, and follow for more deep dives on groups like this. Till next time.